Today I'm going to decorate my bedroom for spring and summer using almost all thrifted finds. I'm going to show you my inspiration piece that kind of started the whole transformation. Hi, welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm also going to talk about being transparent and authentic on social media, including YouTube. I've already done 3 spring-summer videos. My living room, the cottage porch, and last week, my closet. I did a complete clean out for spring and summer, trying to reduce my inventory. And you will notice there was some discussion in the comments that was interesting to me and really got me thinking. I will save that for the end because I'm guessing most of you are here for my bedroom refresh. Now, I picked up this pillow when I did my Sacramento thrift haul, and this was kind of my inspiration piece for my spring-summer bedroom. I just fell in love with this pillow. I think it is so beautiful, and I especially love the colors, and they really tie in well with the painting above my bed. The quilt I have on here now is a little too warm for our summer, which is in the triple digits. So I was looking for something very thin. I bought so many things. I think I bought 6 or 7 comforter, quilts, coverlets, and none of them seemed to be right. I was really looking for this kind of dusty blue color, and I finally found it. These are the pillow shams that go with this quilt, and I'm going to start by putting that on first, and then we'll decorate. One of the toughest things is finding bedding in natural fabrics. And finally, I found this one. It is cotton. It does have a very light polyester fill, but it's cotton next to your skin. And it comes in so many beautiful colors. The link will be below. Comforter is quite long. It's for a Cal King, which is what I have. But when you have something this long, the corner can stick out, which can look really beautiful, but I don't want to trip over it. So one trick is to take the end, and you're just going to put about this much of it, maybe 5 inches, tucked under the very corner. And then when you bring it down, it drops without hitting the floor. My favorite way to fold down the sheets and the quilt or blanket is to do a double fold. So after the first one, I do a second fold. The goal here is once you put your other pillows on, you want them all to be behind this point. First thing I grabbed is this thrifted pillow I got last year, and I had seen similar ones on Pine and Prospect Home. Andrea had used these beautiful Amazon pillows. They're a little bit smaller with a ruffled edge. They're so cute. I will link those below, but this is what I found at a thrift store, and I didn't have to buy anything new. Next, I'm looking for options for our 2 sleeping pillows. And I can leave the beige linen on there, or I have 2 other options. I thrifted these beautiful threshold pillowcases, and I love the color and the pattern. I think these would look amazing. I also have plain white, and these are an extremely high quality, just beautiful sheet set that I thrifted. It was such a find. I think I'm leaning towards the print. I'm going to try it out by just laying them over the top and not putting them on. I don't want to mess with the work if I'm not going to use them. So this gives me a great idea of what these would look like. And then for a decorative pillow in the front, I'm going to grab my inspiration pillow. And I don't think it's right. For one thing, it's too big. Now I could sew it and take it down so that it was a little more lumbar height. So maybe if it was more like a rectangle and it was a little bit smaller, but I also paid $25 for this pillow. I don't know if I want to pay that much money and then have to sew it, alter it. These are all options I brought from downstairs. I love to shop my home. These are the spring pillows from my living room. Love these blue ones. It's a great match with the linen sheets, but I'm not sure I like this combo. Love this one too with the ruffle. Actually, I just feel like I don't know if I want another pillow here. I don't know if I want one more pillow to put on the bed. We use these 4. This one is decorative. And if I do one more, that's 2 extra pillows. Oh, I think this one actually could look really cute. But I think I'm gonna go simple. I don't know, what do you think? Does one of these seem better to you? I think I like this simple look. Now the other component is a throw at the end of the bed, which I always love a throw, even in the summer, because if I want to take a nap, I'm the type of person that likes to feel a little bit of weight on me when I'm sleeping. I don't want to have to get into my bed and unmake it. I would rather just pull up a blanket. This is another thrifted find that I've had for years. The color's perfect. I do have one other idea. These are king size pillowcases, but standard pillows. I would love a ruffled edge. I'm wondering if I could take off this edge and a little bit more fabric, make a ruffle, sew it back on. I think I might give that a try. I removed the old stitching and pressed everything flat so I could trim off 2 pieces from each pillowcase. I folded the edges over and sewed them closed, and then did my little tuck method to gather it all the way around the pillowcase. These are all done. I can't wait to put them on and see how they look, but work before play. So when I'm doing a project like this, I tell myself I don't get to do the final bit until I've tidied up. And I didn't even do my 5-minute tidy from this morning, so I'm gonna do that right now. I have decided to return this, so I need to put this away. I've got to wash the comforter before I put it away for the summer, and the linen pillowcases. These winter pillows need to be put away. And lastly, a tidy of my desk area, catalog that needs to get put where it belongs, receipt can go in my inbox. I got checks in the mail, more mail, inbox, and this is a picture my grandson drew, and I can put that in there too because every Friday I go through this. Okay, now we get to put the bed together. My inspiration piece did not work out, but it did its job. It inspired me, and I knew I wanted to bring blue into this room. One of the issues we have is that my husband's pillow is larger than mine. It is quite full. Mine's kind of squishy and smaller, so it doesn't make for an even bed. But you know what? This is not a showroom. This is where we live. It's where we sleep. And so that cannot matter more than practicality. Another reason I love the look of this double roll and pulling it down quite a bit is you just have this feeling you can get right into bed. You don't have to pull all the pillows off first. So it's just very inviting. Although I bought the coverlet brand new, everything else on my bed is thrifted, except the linen sheets. And everything I'm showing you now, except for the curtains, is thrifted or purchased secondhand, or it was given to me by family. You absolutely do not have to spend a bunch of money to have a beautiful room. There's really nothing fancy about this bed. It's pretty simple, but I'm very happy with it. Your bedroom really should be a place of peace and quiet, a place to unwind at the end of the day. This is also very doable for me because I can make my bed in under a minute every morning. I am so glad I did the ruffle on this pillowcase. It's just the touch I wanted. Here's what the bedspread looks like with that edge tucked up. Okay, jumping into being transparent and authentic. Now, this is nothing new. People have talked about it on social media, but I just want to give you my thoughts since you are here on my channel today. When I did my spring closet clean out last week, I ended up trying on 3 blazers that I had not tried on in 2 years. While I tried them on camera, I realized they do not fit. They were so tight, it was ridiculous. Now, I probably should have paused the video and thought about things and then restarted, or I could have just said, hey, this is really tight, this isn't gonna work. But sometimes when we're caught off guard, we end up kind of covering. I don't think I did that intentionally, but my brain was going the whole time that I was trying on these 3 blazers. First of all, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I've put on so much weight. The other thing was, I really like these jackets. And now if I'm going to hang on to them with the hopes of losing weight, well, we all know how that goes. It's really not a great plan. Many of my wonderful viewers pointed out that I may not be reaching for those blazers because they don't fit. And I am serious when I say that I have the best viewers. I am sure of it. I have heard horror stories about the things that viewers say, the way that they comment. And I feel like you guys were truthful, but so gracious and kind. And I appreciate that so much. But it really got me thinking about other areas where I feel like maybe I'm not completely transparent. You know, there are times when I might be shooting a video downstairs in the living room and I see my daughter's bright purple coat hanging on the pegboard, and it bugs me. And when I'm looking at the shot, I go, oh wow, it totally draws my eye away from what I'm wanting my viewer to see. When I notice things like that, I just get them out of the shot. So that means sometimes you're seeing something that it's not the way it is 100% of the time. I think a little tweak like that can make it more pleasing to look at the footage. It can make it more inspiring, but I don't have any desire to be fake. Other than occasionally moving things out, what you see is what you get with me. If you went through my decluttering series, I will link that below. You saw me day to day decluttering some of my biggest messes, and there is more to come. I didn't even start on my dish collection. I'm going to show you one other area in my bedroom that often you don't see. This is my workout area and it's in my bedroom. I don't have space anywhere else. And I can't really have this out in the garage since it's in the triple digits in the summer. So that doesn't work, and the winter's too cold for me. I don't have a separate room that I can use as a gym, so my stuff is right here in my bedroom. A lot of times when I'm filming, I move it out so that I can vacuum everything, and then I just leave it out because look at it. It's bright red and black. It doesn't exactly go with the aesthetic, but the reality is this is in my room every day. And I feel so blessed to have a bedroom that is so big that I have space to work out. And I am so grateful that I am healthy enough that I can lift weights and work on strengthening my body. Now, I've mentioned having a bedroom that is peaceful and calming, and a lot of people suggest that you don't have your office in your bedroom, you don't have workout equipment in your bedroom, but we don't all have that luxury. We only have so much space. So if you need to have a desk and have work stuff in your room, do that. If you need a play area for your kids, do that. And if you have ugly workout equipment, be thankful you have a spot to work out in. I don't ever want you to feel like I am hiding part of my life from you. I try to be as transparent as I can regarding my home and family. Of course, there are always aspects of family that are private, but it is my goal to live a life of nothing hidden with the people that I love, including my friends on YouTube. I'm so incredibly grateful for you. Thank you for joining me today for this spring refresh, for finally getting my bed ready for warmer weather, and for my musings on transparency. Thanks so much for joining me on The Peaceful Home. I hope you have an amazing day.